Hey everybody, Kristin LaVanway here at the top of Wind Cave, and at least once a week I like to come up here. It's great, it's a great workout, and it's very nice for me to come up, just get away from everything, reflect, and sort of mentally adjust for the week ahead. But as I was climbing up here today, I realized there's a lot of analogies to this hike that relate to real life. So I thought I'd share those with you. First of all, there's a lot of days when I want to come, because I always feel good afterwards, but I really feel lazy and I don't really feel like driving here and doing it. But I make myself anyway because I know I'll feel really good afterwards. And I think that happens a lot with, making phone calls or any part of business that's just drudgery and you don't want to do it. But you should, because it's worth it and the reward is there if you do the work. Second, not every time I come up, but a lot of times when I come up, there's a point along the way where I feel like stopping. I think to myself, I don't really need to go all the way to the top today. I got stuff to do and, maybe I'll just turn around. But I never do. I've never stopped in the middle. I always come all the way up to the top. And the funny thing about it is the top is never that far from the point where I kind of feel like stopping. It's usually like maybe 5 more minutes. And I think that happens a lot in life, where you work really hard and you feel like giving up, but if you would have just hung in there a little bit longer, you would have gotten the prize. Third, I noticed along the way that a lot of people run. They're in a big giant hurry to make the journey. And maybe they have a different reason for coming up here than I do. But every time I come up, it's always different. There's always something that's a little bit different here. Maybe the flowers are in bloom, maybe there's some different creatures around, maybe there's a different view I never saw before. So I always like to take some time to really be aware of what's going on around me and kind of enjoy it, Fourth, when I get up to the top, I always sit up here for a while and do my little mental reflection thing. And there's a beehive right at the actual Wind Cave, and it's usually pretty crowded. So I've got a place up here that I love. The rocks are shaped like chairs, and I can sit up here. It's very comfortable. It's cool today. I'm in the shade. It's awesome. But to get to this place, I have to go past a sign that says, don't go past this sign. Now, people go past the sign. They climb all the way up to the very peak of the mountain. Sometimes you do have to push the envelope a little bit to get what you want. And you just have to make sure, like if that sign said don't go any further or you'll fall off a cliff, of course I would respect it. But I think they're really just saying, it's not a well-marked trail and you really need to know what you're doing if you're going to go past the sign. So I always do it. I come and sit up here. And last but not least, it's funny, but going down is so much easier than coming up. And there's 2 reasons for that, of course. Gravity, one huge reason why, because there's quite an elevation on this hike. So gravity works against you coming up and helps you going down. The other reason is I'm sitting here right now and I can see the whole trail going down the mountain. And so psychologically, I think that's a huge advantage, when you can see where you're going, when it's well marked, well traveled. I can see all the people going up and down the trail. Coming up, I can't. Coming up, you can't really see the trail, and you just have to go on faith that it's going to lead you where you want to go. I think that's a huge lesson in life, Sometimes the path you take is not the easiest, but if you follow it, you'll get where you're going. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day like I am. Hey, what do you do every week to reflect and recharge your batteries? I'd love to hear about it. You know where to find me, Kristin at hereinphoenix.com. That's where. Talk to you real soon.